Hello guys, back again to this course, Golang Microservices full course, and in the previous video we have already implemented about the outbox pattern and also RabbitMQ for the message broker. And then today I think we will going to talk about event-driven architecture for the microservices. But what is actually microservices event-driven that we want to try? So here I have write the diagram for you, for us, right? For me as well, which is microservices wallet, and you see here with monolith wallet in here. So as you can see, if we have to look at our code, we check out master, pull origin master, when we try to check on our current situation, which is inside the transaction main.go, what happened is this. I think inside the transfer here, actually we are doing a transfer here, and this is return immediately, right? If you have tried last time, let me see whether I accidentally pushed to the master or not, but no, gladly no. So I want to try to git reset, git undo must commit, must resend commit. So use this one, insert master branch and git pull origin master. What happened with this one? Okay, I think, wait a second, let me check on my last commit with this here. Okay, so this is no need to worry. I just need to discard first and stage, and then discard changes, discard all these things. Move to trash for now. Yeah, I'm doing this one first so we are on the same page. And if you can see, when we are going to the transaction service, if we go to the transfer history, transfer, and then transfer, we actually record status as a success and send to the user that our transfer is success or fail immediately, because this is fail if anything happen. But this is not event driven actually, so I want to try to make event driven in here, but that is not a good idea, because the best approach for the same wallet, yeah, if you can see, the best approach if same wallet is is better to do like this. So user A transfer to user B. We need to know, just make sure that the system will send the response to user A immediately. There is no urgency to make the user A waiting, or the user or got the pending status, because this is actually same table, so same, not the same table, but same date, same service, or same database, or same project. Actually, if we do microservice, this is same project, but there is no urgency that when user A transfer to user B, which is in the same wallet, let's say microservices wallet, user A and user B is under microservices wallet, so there is no urgency to our microservice to respond the user A appending when the user A want to transfer to the user B. But when I got a new idea, because when we have a monolith wallet, and then when we transfer from microservice to monolith wallet, we call that is transfer cross wallet transfer. Basically, like if you have a wallet A and then you want to top up your another wallet because there is something like discount or anything that differently used, so we can cross transfer in the real life app. And so I wanted to try in here with the user A transfer to microservice R transfer to the user A from microservice wanted to transfer to monolith. So the first step is user A will transfer, but catch by microservice area, so microservice will return transaction pending to the user A. And then because we have a wallet table, we have a transaction table, and then we also have a outbox table. So in the microservice, we'll create a record and deduct balance sender, and also the ledger record. Yeah, then after that microservice will communicate to monolith area to transfer the money, communicate to the monolith area to transfer the money. So when the monolith send back to the microservice that the transfer is success, then basically we have a callback, or we have callback for monolith to call to the microservice, and microservice has a transaction detail, get transaction detail, so the user can find out whether their transfer is success or fail to the microservice. And then after that the microservices will send, if the transfer success, monolith get the money, then microservice return success, and this is still doing good. But if monolith fail to save, microservice will do the refund to the user A, and then the ledger will have new credit, will have new record as well. So I think the best one that we want to do is creating the function that user A will call the microservice to transfer to the monolith and responds the transaction as a pending. But in the real case, actually sometimes we need to check whether this user is already registered or not in monolith area, is exists or not in the monolith area. We call monolith area as another wallet. So we try to check whether the email is in the monolith area is exists or not. Then after that we can have something like user can continue their transaction or cancel their transaction. So we need two different kind of API. First, I think what I want to do is creating the e-wallet checking inside the monolith. Before do that, I want to check out dash b of feature 035 even driven. No, thing cross wallet transfer, and in here I want to create a monolith. I want to have the monolith to create new inquiry, which is right now I need this one. So internal, no, I think first is check yeah, this one I think I need to change to 8000 because 8080 is used by API gateway. And then after that I want to create an internal here, internal API, I think internal API. So in here, but why internal API? No problem, I will create this one, a key middleware, but I want to create an inquiry first, which is email inquiry, and I do add the middleware API key. This is to make our data is our security is better with the communication to the other service, other project. Yeah, not the other service but other project. This I just need to add something like XAPI header, XAPI key. This is the header, and then in the main.go should be work fine. But I want to create config here, which is webhook secret inside the config. Webhook secret here and webhook secret here. And then also the return value here. Okay, should be fine. So after that, the error is only one, which is email inquiry. So we need to create email inquiry, which is email inquiry is where I think I need to check here inside this one. email inquiry doc is in here. I just copy from handler.go that this one is inside wallet handler, not the transaction but in the wallet. So here inside the wallet dot wallet handler.go, I add new, which is email inquiry. So we need to have email inquiry request, and then we need to have the service. We try to add, I think, here handler also need to have the mock inside handler test. Okay, success. And then what is the error? Wallet inquiry. Then in the model I add a wallet inquiry request, and then I add the wallet inquiry struct, this one. So we go to the model wallet.go here. Wallet.test is, no, I don't think, I'm not sure what is this. So we inside the handler, I think we need to copy import, just save, should be fine. Automatically import, should be good. And then repository we do, because here we have service. I think service first. What I'm going to do is, this is in the service, I create a validate email inquiry. I close this one. I need this one, right? So inside service I do add here, and I add this one. Okay, in the end, but we have an error. What is this error mean? Cancel, I think accidentally copy. I just copy like this, so we error for the get by email. So in the mocks repository we need to get by email. Here in the repository we need to get by email, only get by email first in here. Okay, and then here we copy. Okay, and after that we go good here, but we have an error because the mock repo is need to be add the function as well. So don't forget to add this one, the mock repository here, so the test will be working fine. And what we are going to do after that is we add the webhook secret inside env webhook secret here. But in the microservice, do we add same or not? Webhooks. So okay, go let webhook secret change me. I just add a sim. Okay, inside this one I also add in the env.example, so we are not confused later. So this one should be good. And then what we do after that, I think this one is already did good. here. So I just try to run the monolith services close to the right. In the monolith, I think I will docker compose down -v. I restart the database, but if you don't want, no problem. If you don't want to do this, no problem. I'm not forcing you to do this, but I want to create a makefile here, which is the new things like I wanted to do. You know that I really don't want to migrate up every time, right? So docker compose up dash build -d. This is usual thing that we do. I want to do like cd to monolith and then migrate, which is migrate is like this, call it up. You know that this is every time we do. Yeah, I want to connect to my db. We get a Go wallet here for the monolith, but for Go wallet house, ledger, and something, this is for the microservice. We don't have anything yet. So here is what I want to do. First, I want to create the makefile to have additional command, which is first is db services in the 22 line 22. After service, I want to have out service, user service, wallet service, and etc. Now I want to add the funny here, or to have a migrate up, migrate down, migrate status, migrate reset, and migrate create. Migrate create is basically creating file for migration. And then I add this thing. I will share to you what is this letter. Here is before help. Okay, first is database migration comments. Here is user variable, password variable, and port, which is db user, db password, and db port. And MySQL user is this one, db user as a Go wallet user, password and Go wallet password, and localhost and port. Then migrate URL is something like this, as you can see in here. Yeah, migrate URL is like this, but we do in a variable way. And then the db service and migrate up basically loop every service, and we are going to migrate up, migrate down as well, migrate status as well, and migrate reset, and migrate create. Yeah, like migrate create xqld random SQL, yeah, something like this. And I want to try to add this one, echo build, make build Linux, and make build native. I change target as well here to here, and then make clean. I copy from here to here, make clean, and remove. Yeah, remove file compile binary, make clean. Do we have clean here? I think that's not good if we are deleting the clean here. So yeah, sorry, that should be not happen. Clean should be still here. And then this is what I change is build Linux and build native. Oh yeah, this one we have clean lah, sorry. Okay, I think that's all good. So what I want to do is make migrate up cd microservice, microservice, and make migrate up. Then we have the migration up here, and when we see should be at refresh token inside the Go wallet auth, user will have OTP codes and user table. Wallet have wallets table, yes, would be good. And then after that we do env example. I want to add monolith based URL and gateway callback URL and web secret in here. Okay, and then after that docker compose, don't forget. Okay, first is docker compose inside 2026 docker compose 226. Yeah, here absolutely transaction service. Okay, then cowork sum is no need, env example already. What I want to do after that is inside the share config. Here I add inside shared config, I add this one. After gateway port, where is gateway port? 35 here, yeah, and this one lah. Okay, and then I add this one. Paste URL, then this one. Okay, so after that, if you remember last time we do the database RabbitMQ and Redis, we haven't yet trying to retrace, yeah. So I think I will try to modify the RabbitMQ connection to the retrace exponential backoff approach. So like this, yeah, this is same as the database. I just do retry maximum how many times, something like that. And then also for the Redis, yeah, also for the Redis, I think I will do as well in here for the Redis. Should be good. If I want to check the Redis test, like this one should be okay. RabbitMQ test also okay, should be good. So after that, right, what I want to do is inside the transaction service, I think I want to check and forwarding the API for transfer to something like checking the wallet, checking the wallet. So here is basically like forwarding. So inside the transaction service, before do that, I think I need to create the HMAC first. Create HMAC here. Actually, I forgot to code the API, but no problem. I will try. Okay, in here, HMAC inside share. HMAC here. I create the HMAC.go. Okay, and then after that, close to the right, I need to create the new service, transaction service, which is what I want to create. Maybe protected, or yeah, protected, I think. Here protected dot post, like a transaction but external. Verify email, I think we do the same, yeah, as this one. Wallets inquiry, so external inquiry, I think good, should be good inquiry. Transaction external inquiry. No, I think inquiry external. Here what we have should be create a new handler, yeah, I think. Create a new handler. But later I think I need to create the file for the handler first inside transaction handler. What is handler? I think I will copy for this one first. Package handler, transfer handlers. Basically I want external handler dot go. So in here I think we'll try to create the function which is transaction service. If you can see here in transfer handler, I will try to create this one. I will try to do this. Transaction service is here, yeah. Transaction service. Okay, should be good. But I want to create his one. Okay. But I need this first, which is validate external in the handler. In the handler, I think I add this one, which is just like get a model, validate external email, and return success true, and the data should be in the inquiry. The model I need to add is here, external transaction. Here should be, what is this, transfer model but external model. Model, let go. Model should have package, yeah. Yeah, this one first should be fine. And I want to add model, and the service should be service inside service.go. Yep, in the service I add something like this one. This is inside the service that I've already done here. Let's add, yeah, this one, validate external email, at this line I remove, and should be an error, so I create this one in the bottom lah, maybe before mark failed, so yeah, this one, JSON decoder, gfg load config URL first. What I want to do is, which is payload inside emails as a string and post to the monolith URL and responding the internal server error, internal server or no, then this one should be fine. And then for another things, I think no, we just add this one here, which is here, outbound transaction repo, because we have the new repository or not. I think no, we don't have repository yet. And inquiry external is from external handler, so we need to create the handler here, so we need to add a handler here, so external handler should be this one, is handler, new transaction handler inside, yeah, transaction handler dot new transfer handler. So new transfer handler is here. He need a SVC and then webhook secret. SVC is what we need. The SVC is transaction service, so can the SVC and CFG webhook secret here. CFG webhook secret should be fine. So external handler here dot inquiry, I think, no, inquiry external, yeah. Not transaction handler but transfer handler, that's why we have an error. I think this now it should be good, but I think I need to create again GFG, the monolith as URL. So here I need to monolith as URL, yep, this one, monolith base URL, and then here in the external email CFG web secret, CFG wallet secret. I wanted to pass here, which is h dot monolith base URL and h dot web secret webhook, and then here I need to pass this one, which is h dot monolith base URL and h dot web secret webhook, and then here I need to pass this one, which is h dot monolith base URL and h dot web secret webhook, and then here I need to pass this one, which is h dot monolith base URL and h dot web secret webhook, and then here I need to pass this one, which is h dot monolith base URL and h dot web secret webhook, and then here I need to pass this one, which is h dot monolith base URL and h dot web secret webhook, and then here I need to pass this one, which is h dot monolith base URL and h dot web secret webhook, and then here I need to pass this one, which is h dot monolith base URL and h dot web secret webhook, and then here I need to pass this one, which is h dot monolith base URL and h dot web secret webhook, and then here I need to pass this one, which is h dot monolith base URL and h dot web secret webhook, and then here I need to pass this one, which is h dot monolith base UR one argument. So here monolith base URL and also webhook secret. Okay, I think this one first, webhook secret first and monolith base URL. So make these things easier because the same. And I want to try here to add monolith base URL here, so I don't need to load the config again, because this is bad approach. If load anything again here, so webhook secret here should be fine. Yep. How to do this? I think first I need to make ID, and then after that make build Linux. And docker compose apt -- build -d. So wait until this all done, and I want to close to the right. Oh yeah, I have start my Stripe to listen my webhook, and then I wanted to go run gmdmain.co for the monolith, and I want to first register for my, this is my microservice, and this is my monolith. I just differentiate the name. I then log in as a freelance. Oh yeah, sorry, my email is not verified. I go here first, then not in this one, but this one should be freelance. Yeah, and I go try login. Yep, should be good. I go to the Go wallet folder, and I think check my wallet is 0, should be. Yep. And I want to go to the Stripe. I add 100,000. Go here, I click pay. Yep, I check again my wallet, should be good. 100,000. And after that I add the new, which is external to verify email, which is here. Host, I think host, and should be transactions, and what the last thing I do here is inquiry and external. Oh yeah, missing out. Authorization peer token, pet request EOF. I need to check. I got a pet request EOF here, which is inside transaction service, should be so. I will check here inside main.go. L got this one. So yeah, we are not sending the body, so we need to add the body here. I think yeah, this one I send valid, and the name is this one and email is this. Yeah, this should be good because we need to inquire first before we transfer to the other people, to the other wallet, but different e-wallet. Yeah, and then after that, what we are going to do, we are going to implement these things, which is user A transfer to microservice area, and then a microservice respond the transaction pending. How to do that? Basically, we are going to create the API first, and then the API should be accepting the transaction from microservices first. Yeah, I think should be microservices first. We are not going to do the monolith yet, but going to the microservices first. So inside here main.go, if you can see, we still have a lot things to do, which is adding here webhook and external transfer and get external transfer. But for now, I think protected create external transfer is better. Here. External handler. But before we do that, we have a DB migration we should create here. I think migrate. I think last time we add is migrate create service and what the name file. Okay, migrate create service is transaction service, and name should be what the name I want to create is here transaction alter table, external transaction alter table transaction and outbox events. Don't forget to add as here. Okay, then automatically create the table should be down, should be good. This is for the down, and this is for up. What I want to do is I want to modify the outbox event that in the previous video we create, and then the transaction we modify the column to be varchar null label for the receiver wallet ID, and then the column is internal transfer for the default, and then receiver email currency external wallet updated at index. For the outbox event also we add this something like this, and migrate, don't forget to add migrate app. Okay, good. So in the transaction we have a new table here, new data here. So yeah, this should be good. What I'm going to do now, is going back to the main.go. We need to create external transaction. Actually, inside the transfer handler, do we have external transaction? Create external transaction. Yeah, we have. So I want to create his one. We copy inside. Yeah, after inquiry, I think. This one, external transfer request. So this is get the authorized or not unauthorized. Oh yeah, I think I need also for the inquiry, right? Unauthorized or not, this should be here. But I think I don't need this one. This going for here, but I think I do not need this one, so I just like this. Yeah, should be good. Later we check again, and then external transfer wallet is external transfer request is this. We copy inside external model here decimal. So here we still have an error, which is create external transfer for the service. So we go to the service. We want to see what is create external transfer. Create external transfer. The service, where is him? Yeah, this one. We add under validate email. Transfer model is this one. Okay, no error now. External transfer, yeah, transfer model, no problem, but we have an error, which is outbound transfer. So we add outbound transfer as well here. Okay, inside the extra model, add upper here, time outbound track transfer from Go wallet user to a user in right. And then after that, what we do need to create a response for monolith API response and monolith transfer result inside the service, where it should be under here, under the DLK publisher. I think at this one. We need to copy the transfer repo, which is this one. You don't have outbound transfer repository, right? With transfer model, I think external model, I think no, should be external model. So make it clear, which is this is from external. Transfer repo, I think also transfer repo is from where external repo. Then this one should be error. Yeah, and this error is expected, and I want to create here. Wait a second. Inside under here, external repo, just copy this one as well. And we should add this one. We have still an error because we need to create the data here, which is external transfer, this one. I think no need to change the import. I think this is a bad idea if I try, because I need to change the other. So let me change back. I'm sorry, let me change back. So this is transfer model. Yep, here and here and here. Transfer repo is here and here and here and here. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So we need to copy the refund sender and validate email and mix minimum and maximum. We have to copy here minimum and maximum, so the error is gone. And then validate receiver email. Also copy here. And we have an error. We need to add the model, which is email inquiry response. Sorry, email inquiry request here. And we check here, no error, and then email inquiry response as well. So yeah, I think this one should be okay. And when we check again in the service, we have still an error, which is refund sender. So we need to find the refund sender function, which is this one, refund sender function. Okay, and we still have an error here, which is transfer initiated event. So in the model we need to add transfer initiated event. Cancel. Yeah. Do we have error transfer outbox event? Don't forget here as well. Transfer outbox event. And we see here we do have error is only this one for the repo. So we go to the repo, we need to create another which is outbound repo and transfer outbox repo, I think. Wait, I think transfer for the outbound transfer repository is inside outbound repo and the transfer outbox repository. I think both we need repository here. Not outbox but outbound. Not with S. I want to copy all the way here. Yeah. Because this is create insert into transaction, yeah. For create transaction and get by ID is just select from transaction, and this is idempotency key. And then this is the update status for the transaction. After that, transfer outbox repository here. Transfer outbox repository.go. Here also only something like create tx to the outbox event and fetch pending, that search the outbox event the status pending and then mark process and for increment attempts. And we have an error for the service test. We need to add the parameters, I think, yeah, parameters, because there is error inside 250. Where is 250? Should be here. And then 313. Okay, and then after that 379. This one, and then the last one is 416, 416. Okay, I think we have covered. Oh no, oh yeah, the txsvc inside the mine.go. txsvc, because this has error, new transaction service here. The txsvc should have this one. Outbound transfer and outbox repo also we need to add. Transfer repository we need to get here. Yes, should be fine. So I think we need to check again the code which is inside the service.go. Where is the create external? First, I think we see that minimum and maximum transfer is how much So we set maybe 1,000 and 500,000. That is minimum and maximum. And then existing, we check by item potency key as usual, and sender wallet should be get first from the wallet microservice wallet service, whether it's found or not, whether it's the circuit breaker is available or not, close or not, sorry. And then the sender, we need to check if less than what the user want to send should be insufficient balance response. And then after that, validate receiver email. Actually we have validate receiver email here, but we also validate again. That's redundant, but no problem, we can still working for that later. But now just focus on this. After receiver email, if no error, then the debit amount for the sender is executed. Update the wallet balance for the sender, and then after that create a ledger entry for the sender, and then if error, just refund. And then creating the transfer and event, and we do the X again here, which is for the create transaction and create transfer and create outbox, and commit if nothing happened. And refund sender is basically for the wallet, we update the amount again, and the ledger is created to go back to give back the money to the ledger of the user. I think this one should be good. I want to make build Linux, and then after that, what I want to docker compose up just build test D. For this right, I think I can try to send the money, but before do that, I want to make sure that my users in the wallet is verified. So I just injecting, and I also OTP codes. OTP codes nothing here, so no problem. I think should be fine because user is verified as so one. But I want to check inside the transaction and inside the outbox event. For now, I think I want to transfer to the external. What is my URL? This one should be transaction transfer external. So this I add first. Here, don't forget to add your header as well, and I want to try to send to the monolith. Okay, token is valid. I need to log in first. So copy here, paste, and transfer to the external. Okay, got the external transfer initiate, and then awaiting callback. So here I should have the outbox events as a payload and status process, and attainment should be 0, and the transaction is external transfer to email about 1,000, and monolith test transfer. So I need to check my wallet. Yeah, I got a deduction and mutation for the ledger, the bit. Yep, 1000, and then true for the reconcile transfer transaction history. Why I got an error like this? Let me check inside the transaction service. I got an error which is, please try again later. Here inside transaction history I want to check, but before do that I want to make sure that generate this one so I'm not losing my code. I enter. So I was asking an AI, but I think I have a lot of to do here, which is first is fail to get history inside history. I need to add the log. That should be good, but in here, if you can see, here receiver is t.receiver wallet ID, but now I think it's changed to the string and the description also string, because this is no label. Yeah, we do change our table here in the transaction, which is here, sorry, which is null for the receiver, and I think, yeah, this one will be an error if we are not adding this. So I want to check is like this. Yeah, I think, and also for the get history. Yeah, I think that's all. Let me check again. Build Linux, Docker Compose, and I think I will check again, and I got the transaction is still pending, and yeah, still pending. And then I think, right, we need to check again for the transfer with another data. First I will register second person, and I check the email here, should be good, and I think, yeah, this one should be good. I transfer with the usual transfer, which is I think to 1000 here. Let's transfer to and send. Yeah, it automatically success, because this is same project, same e-wallet, so this one should be good like this, but for the different wallet should be can be event driven. Yeah, so I check my wallet, 97, and ledger mutation, debit, and debit, ledger reconcile, true, transaction history, this one success, but this one still pending. So we will continue to do the event driven I'm sorry event driven, which is working on the close all first, working on the RabbitMQ that we have already did. So how to do that, right? Okay, I think first I need to generate first. commit and publish the branch. Close to the right. So we need to add a worker, basically a worker that this worker will doing consumer transfer consumer to ensure that our table inside outbox event is processed. So the worker will get the data from outbox event, and then they will be processing the transaction. Yeah, something like that. Okay, after this we need to create the monolith or receiver for the transfer incoming. So in the monolith, I think we need to create such as external transfer request, receive external transfer, and I think first is we need to receive, and then we need to get the status of the transfer. Okay, and for that I think I need to check here inside the main.go monolith. What we have here is basically this two, which is get internal, which is receive external transfer and get external transfer status. This both is inside the handler, receive external transfer and get external transfer status inside. Here I want to copy this one below the email inquiry. Of course, I think transaction handler, wallet handler. No, not here, but this is inside transaction. Sorry, this is inside transaction handler. The handler, yeah, the handler. So here inside transaction handler. So we add here, which is we get an external transfer request. So we need to create the model here, external transfer request, and then external transfer status. Yeah, both is inside tx.go, I think. Inside tx.go, and we do here, so the handler will not error. Yep. And then for the get external status is status for the table, status for the transfer. Then I add inside handler here, and then mock. Yeah, don't forget to add the mock, so we'll not have error. Yeah, don't forget, for the mock should be error, I think, later if we not adding. Where should I add? Here, I think. Yeah, but we have found here, so this would be good. We create receiver external transfer inside the service. We add both inside service, both here,
and then yeah, we copy here. I will describe what is this as well, which is first is idempotency key checking, and then error if the idempotency key is gone or accidentally deleted from the DB maybe, yeah. And then if receiver wallet should be get wallet by email, this one should be checked and need to be exist, and then after that begin transaction and roll back if anything happen, update the balance, and then create transaction and add to the ledger. Yeah, this one is should be good data. This one is good for now, and we still have an error because the repo is need to add, which is get by ID and get wallet by email, I think. Yeah, this one, yeah. Get by ID first, get by ID inside the repository for the transaction, because get wallet is in the wallet module. Here we add the bottom, which is sender wallet get from get transaction, where ID is this one. Yeah, this is get by ID for get external transfer, which is transfer status inside the monolith service, the monolith wallet lah. And service, I think we have an error, which is we need to have mock here, missing method get by ID. So here inside mock we add the get by ID mock repo. Should be good. Let us start that. Yeah, no error, but we still have error inside get wallet by email, so we add in the handler email get wallet by email inside this one, get wallet by email, I think. Yeah, get wallet by email. In the service or repo, this one get wallet by email is in the service. No, in the repository. So here repository get wallet by email. Sorry, this is the mock. Should be in here, mock repository. But we should add get wallet by email, that actual repo in the wallet repository here. The get wallet by email is basically get from wallet and join with user, where email is same as email that sending that pass here, and yeah, we return the wallet, and in here should be no error, I think. But why is still error? I'm not sure. Let me check. Get by email or get wallet by email. Yeah, this one. Then we need to add model.wallet should be model.wallet. Where is model.wallet? Why is error? Wait, this is error from get wallet by email. no, not here. Get by email. Get wallet by email. Okay, we add get wallet by email here, so no error now for now. And then this one should be fine for now. This is for the catcher, and what we do here is basically only receive email, receive external transfer, so nothing wow in here, nothing wow. But I need to check what is the use for this inquiry. Should be fine, but in here in the CMD we have create the webhook. What does this webhook mean? I think webhook is not used for now. Called by monolith, no GWT process transfer. Called by monolith for this one. Wait. Okay, I think I want to leave the webhook first and generate the commit for the monolith, and now we move to the consumer, which is settlement in the transaction service. So let me check first that we have already implemented inside the monolith. Okay, we have as well transaction status should be fine. We create here. Okay, I think that's all. That's good. So we move to the consumer, which is we want to change this transaction from pending to success or settled. And for this one, transfers initiate to completed, same as the up. Yeah, this is aggregate ID. Then how to do that? First, I think I want to create here inside CMD outbox worker. Yeah, I want to create outbox worker inside the transaction service. This outbox worker will starting the publisher worker and also the consumer worker. So I think after this one, yeah, after external handler, it should be before gRPC server, yeah, here. So here is transfer outbox and here is transfer consumer. This is start the transfer outbox publisher worker, and this is start the consumer worker. This is publish the transfer dot something events to transfer dot events, but this is consume transfer dot initiated from the queue and file that receiver notify monolith then settles the outbound transfer. And this is using go or go start, and go start we start reconciliation worker. This one is checks for pending transfer every 2 minutes, which is this one, reconcile pending transfer. So what we are doing is create the output, the worker here, the worker outbox here. I wanted to for the transaction outbox. Why I don't have outbox here inside the transaction service? Outbox inside the transaction service I don't have. I'm not sure this one. This is process pending events. Outbox worker. Let me check first. So for this transfer consumer, I want to create transfer consumer.go GitHub. I am so wait here, let me check the before. But I do here webhook handler outbox. Outbox is, I'm not deleting the outbox though, but why my file is gone, my work outbox is gone. Yeah, after this I will check. I think something happened here. Wait a second, then I will copy to the transfer consumer first. Here inside this one worker, but in the main.go do I have worker imported or not? Yeah, I think no need to import. I think this one should be worker here. Yeah, should be imported. And here I still have an error, which is process transfer initiate. And for this one, I think transfer outbox. Let me check transfer outbox here. Transfer outbox .go. This one is transfer outbox for ensure connection, same. This is max retries as well. Exponential backoff, and then starting and process pending events. Process pending event is transfer.events. Yeah, if we see this one, transfer dot initiate completed, and this is transfer dot event when we see inside the RabbitMQ here. Wait, Yeah, here when we log in later we will see transfer.events here. After we add, we have wallet.events here, yeah, but my wallet is gone. I'm not sure this is because my code or not, I'm not sure. Let me check later. This one should be inside payment. Do we have no worker at all here? Yeah, later. Yeah, I will check this one first. Continue this code first. And yeah, this transfer event will create the event in the RabbitMQ. We still have an error inside this one, which is worker new outbox worker and new transfer consumer worker is error. Transfer consumer process transfer initiate. I think in the service should be wallet service. What is W here? Service worker transfer service here. Not the service test, but the service one that we see here. We need to create external process transfer initiated. Yeah, this one process transfer initiated inside the service. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I think the worker is inside transaction. Not inside transfer. I need to remove this one. That's why I confused, because transfer is shouldn't be here. And this is only wait, I think nothing here, so I remove. And transfer consumer, I think I need to add inside the service. I have create external transfer. I have get external transfer or not, no. I will do add this one and settle and reconcile. I add all and create this one monolith. Oh yeah, I think I have done this one. Okay, so good. Just add the function here. I copy, I think, until end, because this last time is copy one by one, but now I think I will copy all for now. Mark fail. Do we have mark fail here? Wait. Create external transfer until this one should be a validate external. This is until wait. Too long, sorry. Yeah, this until here. Okay, HMAC I got, but we have an error, of course. What is the error? This is double already declared, so I delete this one. Just delete. I got an error. Will here transfer callback, transfer settle event, and transfer callback. I think top is transfer callback. Okay, so the model I need to add is here. Now we add a lot in here. Model, repo, external model. We add from outbound, I think, outbound transfer. We will see where is the changes. I think this is the changes, but inside the service I'm not sure what is the changes inside the service. Go get external transfer mark fail, create external transfer, still validate external, still only mark fail is changes, so no problem. This would be nice. So basically this one, right? After get external transfer is process initiate, which is processing initiate event. We validate receiver email and settle transfer transaction. Validate receiver email is this one from to the monolith, and then after that validate transaction email. After that settle transaction. Settle transaction is same, get item potency key, but transaction is here. Update status for the transfer repo. Status call fail. If true, then it's refund. If true, then it's refund. And then event type should be transfer settle. If status failed, then transfer failed. This update status is tx, which is begin tx, and commit for status settle. Then we update the status, and then we create outbox repo. If need refund, then we refund. Okay, this is settle transfer. Where is this? Process initiated. And then after that fail if fail transfer and refund sender. This is same. So here we go to the new transfer outbox worker, which is here. They will start process pending events and fetch pending. Fetch pending is get from outbox event when the transfer is pending, right? Oh yeah, I still need to change in the outbox worker, which is here, all the pending event. All this pending event, this one I need to change. And go back again, fetch pending. If get, then we process, marks process. Here, and set the status outbox event to process. And then for the consumer, right, we do here is with process message. Process message is process transfer initiate. This is the initiate process, yeah, that last time we see here. Validate email, settle the transaction, notify to the monolith, and settle the transaction again. This was fail. Settle transaction fail is if anything error, and notify and yeah, settle transaction is if fail, but if not fail, then logger see that monolith process external transfer. This one is settle and status from the monolith. Notify monolith, we check. Notify monolith is going to go calling monolith that we have already send the notification, send the data, send the transfer, and then we waiting from monolith to get the response, which is we call do http do here. And if we have a response, then we accept the transfer. If the response is good, we return the status. So when the status is this one, then settle, yeah, empty string then settle. I think for the Go microservice I will rerun, and then for the microservice, so for the monolith I rerun, microservice I also rebuild. So we can wait here, status process, and we see inside here transfer event. Is he doing this one or not? We check. Transfer initiate, transaction still pending or not? Still pending. Let me see in the Docker log, or yeah, this one first. Message sending in the Docker for the transaction. No, wait, here. Go wallet mail hook. For the transaction, I think I need to check the transaction, or I think I will rerun the transfer. Maybe we can see here. I think 2, that's transfer 2, and I send 2000. I save. Oh, I need to log in again. This one, I go to the variable, I transfer again, transfer fail, create transfer record, send the refund. Why send the refund? Let me see. Go wallet, user. For the wallets, still IDR1. Let me check here. Client occur, transfer not found status. Okay, not sure this one what happened. I think because this, yeah, this is transfer 2, that's transfer 2, but this is external, should be 3, I think. Okay, got the transfer settled. Now transfer is settled, external transfer, and when we see in the wallets, Rimuru got 3000, and I see inside Go wallet, wait, outbox event, this one is settled and processed. Yeah, transfer settled. But when we go again, settled, should be good. Yep, I think sender user ID is sender wallet ID, sender user ID, receiver email, sender user ID is empty. Why? I think this one can be checked later, but this is good because our wallet in the other e-wallet is got the balance, and this is nice. Ledger mutation, yeah, okay. Ledger reconcile, yeah, true. And wallet, yeah, true, still true. Transfer history, this is still fail. This is fail, but this guy is fail. I think I need to check whether still got the maybe we can try here. Yeah, 1000 fail, but and 2000 and 3000 is 5, and then wallet is 94. So the refund is not working. That's tech debt, I think. Yeah, I think I want to commit this one first. So actually the transaction is not being refunded properly. That's why I want to try to add to find this problem. Yeah, refund cannot be sent because here I try to check, right, and this one is about the sender user ID. So in the response we have sender user ID, I think in here sender user ID, but this one is not saved properly to the database. That's why the refund is not working. If you can see where inside transaction here, let me check. I wanted to go to the transfer external, not the inquiry, but for the create external transaction transfer. Let me check here. So refund sender need a sender user ID, but this one not saved to the database, so we need to add new migration file. For that I want to try to cd go to the here, which is add sender user ID to transaction. I just migrate, migrate, create service as a transaction service, and then the name is add sender ID, sender user ID to transactions. Then we have this one. I want to alter table for drop first, which is here, drop column, and for the up is add column and add index. So add index for ID external as a sender user ID to make it more easier to faster to query, and make migrate up. Don't forget to make migrate up. Okay, and then inside the outbound repository I should create another, which is outbound repository. Inside here, transfer idempotency for the create one. For the create here, I want to add sender wallet ID. Okay, this should be good. And then also for the get by ID, for the query 45, right? And then this one also we add this one. And then also for the get idempotency key, get idempotency key inside here, get idempotency key here, and this one as well. And then the x-ray, oh yeah, and I want to try to make it fail first, so I change the success to the bigger success to the lower success, lowercase success. Here is inside transaction service.go. 188 is here. I want to check success here. I want to make it smaller, right? Okay, I think should be good. And pending, I also need to make it smaller. This is inconsistent if I have pending with lowercase and pending with uppercase, so I just create the here. And then inside the inside the service test here, for the settled, I wanted to make it success. This is for testing, yeah, testing. Testing to be fail and refund. This one, yeah, and I think nothing again in nothing more, yeah, started. Yeah, service is success. I need to change to little here, and here. Is there anything now? Success, is there correct? SOCCC. Okay, this should be fine. So I wanted to make build Linux and docker compose app dash build dash d. So here I want to check whether this is work or not. So I want to check with the 7,000. Let me see, 7,000, and total is invalid. I need to out refresh here. Here I go to the Go wallet and variable save, change and transfer, and I got the pending, and I got the sender user ID, and when I see inside the transaction I got the sender user ID or not. Yeah, sender user ID here. This is sender user ID test. Yeah, this one, test 7. Status is fail, and we should have a refund for the ledger. And when we see here inside ledger, call it ledger entries. I should have 7,000 credit, yeah, but the time is should be wait the time. I think to make it easier, don't 7,000 lah, 9,000, 8,000, then 8,000. Enter. Let me check here. We have 8,000 or not? Yes, we have debit and credit. This is debit 22 and this is 23. Yeah. So refund. We got the refund. But because settle, actually settle is better, but I want to make it same. So I'm sorry, I need to change in the monolith settle. Status settle, I will change to success. Then I will rerun for the Golang, and when I do the transaction 9,000, it should be works, I hope. And then when I enter and I see here ledger 9,000 is should be only one, yeah, the bit only. I don't see anything here, and then I check again and the status is success. So our transfer now is working fine. I want to generate the commit and I want to push. Then we will move on, yeah, to the another section in this episode, which is webhook. So in the last thing we have done, yeah, but we have done for the refund. If you can see in here, our branch for the cross wallet transfer, I think now cross wallet transfer, which is, yep, cross wallet transfer, we have last things in here. I have pushed the branch to my branch, and here at the sender, actually sender ID for refund. And now we will going to do the webhook, and I think first I want to go to the config, microservice shared, set config here, 35 here, transaction base URL string, then here 178 here, and then I add this one, this transaction service base URL 8088, here is 253. If you can see inside the env, transaction service URL, it is transaction base URL, base URL I think we don't have, so I should add, which is actually localhost. Actually I add here base URL, but we change to localhost. This one only for testing for the webhook, so don't worry about this one. And then I want to create the auth middleware. This is for webhook validation. We want to use the HMAC that we have already created in here. So in the middleware auth.go, inside microservice shared middleware auth.go. In here we add the API key middleware, so get from X API key, get header, and then inside the CMD transaction service, what I want to do is here I add the GFG and transaction base URL for the new transaction service, the 137, which is here. Before webhook secret I add new here transaction base URL. So in here we need to also modify later, but I want to create a webhook endpoint in the 215 webhook endpoint here, no, in here. It should be here after external. Okay, this one, yep. And we should add the handler as well, but I want to go to the service, inside service here we need to add the base URL, something like this. But in the external handler we also need to modify. In the external handler I think I need just to add one API, which is this one. I wanted to copy, but it's so hard, I'm not sure why. Here until here, what is this? External handler, which is actually process transfer webhook to get the verify webhook signature, which is hmark verify here, the service. hmark verify will do from the handler, from the shared, then we do the settle transfer transaction inside here. We do return settle transaction, yep, this one. This is the function that we still have in the previous section, and then after that we move to the service. In here I need to add this one. So basically this is the additional, because we add the URL last time for the host transaction base URL, which is here actually 73 here, string, yeah, then something like this. If we try to copy, should be same, yeah, but different, something like this. And after that, transactions base string inside here, and then transaction base URL inside here, yeah, this one. But in the notify monolith, in the 933, I will try to do this one, which is the status will not used, right, will not use till here, so like this. So the status we don't need to do, so status we remove, actually we remove the status until the logger, and this is just add the lock in here, change the lock like this, because we just want to make it more event driven. So when the process transfer initiated, we not waiting the monolith to give the response. Instead we just try to do is instead we are just trying to do is to make this pending initiated. After that we need to add a function for the transaction webhook set 9062 here, func, and return string which is transaction base URL, and after that callback URL we send for the notify monolith here. Yep, to get this one, and we just do the locker. We remove the API response on here, monolith API response until return. We remove. We just change to this. One. Okay, we remove this until return. Okay, something like this. And then after that, in the main.go we add in here webhook secret for the monolith. Sorry, for the service.test also need to make sure that we add this one. Yeah, so it will not error. Again here, and then here. Okay, should be good. We move to the monolith part, but in here what I want to do is I create JFG webhook secret. Inside I add here JFG webhook secret after TSVC, which is here 88, GFG, too many arguments. We go here. Oh yeah, we need to add the callback URL also. Inside callback URL inside the external transaction model tx.go external transfer request here. After that, why I cannot get this one? Wait, I think I need to new pull right to cross wallet transfer, and then from what is this last time webhook, this one. So yeah, we do get this one. Yep, here what we are doing last time inside config share already done, API key already done, and then GMT main.go done, external handler done, service.go done, and then here also done, model done, and we go for the service. Inside here we just add this one webhook secret, actually webhook secret here, and webhook string here, webhook secret as a string, and webhook secret here. But we should create another in a set here in the 339, which is 339 is wait, this is modal external transfer, receive external transfer for this doing. Okay, send transfer callback, here we add the function. So transfer callback we need to add here. Basically this is just do the callback payload, and then we marshal the payload and we generate HMAC because signature we need to send after that. And then we do HTTP rec, and just HTTP2 is just calling back to the microservice that the transaction is already implemented. So after that, in the service test we need to modify as well. In the service test we have a lot of error here, which is this one. Like this, we need to add here our empty string also can here, and then here, and then this is the last time. So after that I want to rerun current main.go, and then for the cancel, sorry, and then for the Mac build Linux for the microservice, after that docker compose update d main with docker compose up dash build d. But before do that, I think I want to share for you about manual webhook first. In here, what should I do? Which is here. I don't go this one. I comment this code, and we should run. Here I want to transfer about 4,000, and I want to enter. Sorry, I got the invalid token, so I log in again. Here, and when we see here inside the outbox event, we have 4,000 here, and the type is transfer initiated, but we don't have the settled yet because this settled is 1,000. This is 1,000 initiated, 2,000, 2,000, 3,000, and 3,000. Refresh first. We still don't have, and I want to go playground. Go to the go playground, and I want to copy my code here, which is generating the package. Okay, this is generating the package to create the webhook. So what I want to do is, I think just inside here, yeah. Wait, inside main.go, I think here test webhook.go here. So I change because we have main. I see, okay, here webhook. I copy, I just cut this webhook from the main.go here to here, so you can try later. And I copy here to this one, and still remove example test transfers to be 4, and then this one to be 4. Yeah, this one should be the same as env example, so yeah, you need to make sure this same. And I want to try go run monolith webhook main test webhook.go. So I got a command, I copy the command curl, I wait the curl command, I copy, I clear, and I enter. Wait, we should check again, this row is still 7. I hit and transfer callback process, and I got the new row which is settled for the 4000, which is here settled. Okay, this settled should be good, because when we see in the ledger entries we got we got the 4000 entries new for the monolith user, and then for the wallet we get 6000, I think. No, we need to remove, yeah, refresh 10,000. So the transaction inside the monolith, he should have 4000 external transfer for Go wallet and then 004. So this is good. But for the monolith, how about our monolith? We need to check the get ledger mutation. We got a 4000 debit, so this is good. And then reconcile true, so this is also good. Transaction history, I have a 4000 transfer test 004. So what happened if we try to rerun with the automatic hit the transaction, the webhook, sorry, automatic hit the webhook? We just uncomment this one, so the send transfer callback will send automatically from monolith to the microservice only when the ledger is works, because the commit is for ledger entry and transaction for and then update balance. Yeah, so need to update balance, insert the transaction and insert to ledger entry. After that the webhook can go. Okay, I think I want to rerun. Go run cmd-main.go, and I try to send the new transfer, which is 5000 transfer 5, and that's transfer 5 I just sent. When we see here inside the outbox event, we should have double transaction 5000 and 5000, which is this is settled and this is initiated. Maybe we discarding, so this is 5000 and 5000 settled and initiated, so this one should be good. Also, when we try to check inside the transaction history, the last one is 5000. Yeah, so this event driven is working fine. We can recall again here in the data. So microservice wallet, when we transfer user A to user B inside microservice wallet, we should immediately return the success or failed transfer. But how about we communicate to the other wallet? Because sometimes the other wallet is don't have a fast response, so we can do the transaction pending. So user A transfer to microservice, and user A from microservice transferring, but microservice just return transaction pending. User A transaction here. After that, microservice will create record and deduct the balance sender. After that, just communicate to the monolith area. Monolith will call back, send the callback. Either the callback is success or fail. That's is what monolith later doing to the microservice area. If callback is success, then we leave it as it, and if callback is unsuccessful, so microservice need to refund the balance of the user A.
something like that. Okay, so I think this long course is done for now, and see you in the next video.